Following on from the last lesson in this mini-series, when we talked about separating out the bass notes from your chords, I thought that today we'd take a closer look at what I call chromatic bass note linking. To demonstrate how this can work in the context of a song, here's my version of a classic 8-bar blues tune. The first step is just to strum through the chord changes and get familiar with them. If you don't already know this tune, here are the chords. Once you've learned the chord sequence and are happy strumming through the song, have a go at separating out the bass notes as we showed in the last lesson. Something like this. Now, to demonstrate what I mean by chromatic bass note linking, let's zoom in on the change from the D minor in bar 4 to the F in bar 5. If we look at where the root notes of these two chords are on the fretboard, we can immediately see that they're nice and close to each other. And this is what presents us with a chromatic linking opportunity. We can simply fill in the steps in between the two root notes on the chromatic scale like this. The 12/8 time of this song means that we're placing that run on the beats 4 and 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2. And notice that to get the speed and fluency to do that, I need to alternate my picking direction. Now it's important to spot that we've already used up the first beat of the 5th bar with the F note at the end of our chromatic run. So that's gone 4 and 1. So we've only got time for one strum on the F chord, which falls on the 2nd beat of the bar, before we move on to the D7th chord on the 3rd and 4th beats of that bar. So from the D minor we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, please do take a bit of time out now to practice that if you need to, and sort out the timing for yourself. Now our next chromatic bass line linking opportunity comes in the very next bar, between the root notes of the C and the A7th chords. You can see we have exactly the same configuration as with the F and the D, except this time the notes are on the A string and the direction of movement of the chords is descending. So the chromatic link is from the C note down to the A note via the B and B flat notes. Now I find I play this in one of two different ways. Sometimes I hit the C chord on the first beat and then fill in the chromatic notes on the to, and beats like that. So altogether that would sound like this, going from the F but other times I find I ignore the C chord altogether and go straight into the actual run itself. So the chromatic notes fall on the 1, 2 and beats like that. And that sounds like this. Both approaches work absolutely fine, and I suggest you experiment to see which one comes most naturally to you. There are quite a few more tips and tricks which can be built into this song, which maybe I'll go over another time if anyone's interested. Meanwhile, if you'd like to pick up loads more ideas about how to improve your acoustic guitar playing, then I'd like to point you in the direction of our intermediate acoustic guitar course. You can start that right away by heading on over to the Secret Guitar Teacher site and signing up for our free 30-day trial. See you again soon.